everybody, welcome back to the V Experience. My name is Veronica, but you can call me V or Ronnie, whichever you prefer. And if you're returning, welcome back, and make sure you turn on your notification bell so that way when I drop a video, you are notified. And also, if you guys really enjoying my videos, or if you've been returning and you haven't subscribed yet, subscribe. Because I'm on a goal to 100 subscribers. We make it to 100, okay? These are probably going to be the most challenging stage to get there because I'm literally doing this from scratch. Come in, keep hyping me up because, you know, I'll hype you back up too. So, yeah, let's get right into this video. As you notice, something may be a little different about me because there it is. I cut my hair. And I don't regret it. I don't regret it at all. Honestly, I've been wanting a cut for the longest, not a trim, but a cut. I just don't really like my hair being in my face because like my bangs, they were like all the way down here. And I actually do a trick where I take bobby pins or I have like a clip and then I'll just kind of like, so it kind of sits. So now with this new cut that I have, I don't really have to do that. I still kind of do that, but I don't have to do it much work. It's a look, when it comes to like wash day, I have to mentally prep myself. I have a lot of hair, and even though I cut a decent amount of hair, I still have a lot of hair. Like my hair is thick, okay? You see it. But also too, I just needed, it was just time because it was getting really tangly, like just trying to detangle and stuff it was becoming a headache. Again, I could have trimmed it, but like I said, I know my hair, and my hair was saying I needed a cut. So that's what I did. That's what I wanted to do. It's gonna grow back. And when it was growing, it was just like all straight, and it had volume, but it's not like, I could do like my fro again. Like, I love wearing my hair in a fro. I just like it. It's like a signature for me. I just wanted to jazz it up a bit. Again, it's gonna grow back. Like, you know, I still got a lot of hair. Like, I still look the same. Still me. So, yeah. It's got me a vanilla milkshake. And then, usually they put straws in there, but they ain't put no straws. But yeah, I got a ultimate crispy burger. It's just like a chicken sandwich, some barbecue sauce, and some like rosemary garlic fries. Burger patch, and it's on K Street, like right off of 23rd. So I mean, they're like cool, whatever. Like, I don't really go there as much anymore just because I don't know, I be feeling like they be inconsistent. Like some days it be like cool, like just hit the spot, and then some days it's just like, I don't know. But I mean, it's like pretty cool. Like if you're looking, you know, for alternatives, definitely their milkshakes. Like I love their milkshakes. The chicks are behind me right now.
Look at this. Somebody come look at this. Look at this. Goddamn cat drinking milk out the bowl. Get out the bowl.
Yeah, it's that serious. I ain't eating nothing all day. Doing my thing right now, so. But so I was just thinking, like what can I talk about? Because I want to have, you know, I want to make sure like whatever I put out is like good quality and something, you know, that's worth watching. And then I was like, I need to connect with y'all. Like, you know, if we gonna do this, if we really gonna do this YouTube thing, like, you know, I gotta put myself out a little bit more. I don't have to put like everything out, but you know, it gotta be like relatable. Oh my. Hold on, y'all.
Okay, so this is what, it's just simple. Wait, where's my camera? Yeah, it's just simple. I don't know if y'all can see. I just put like the barbecue like sauce on. I don't even care, but it's just like two little tenders, some sauce on it. Fun, yeah. Not bad, though.
Being nosy. there's this beautiful couple. Hopefully they're a couple and ain't nobody, you know, hopefully. But anyway, how dare I? How negative is that to be like, hopefully they're a couple and one of them ain't in a relationship or married or something like that. You know, they could be dating or something. That ain't my business. I'm just being nosy because... Oh shit, let me stop. For my naturalistas out there, the natural hair community. How come? Why y'all keep canceling like everything and all the products and what to do and what not to do? I'm getting tired of it. Man, this should be something crazy. Like, now that there's the whole no butter, no oils. Like, what's up with that? Like, what's up with that? First of all, you see this hair? Do you see the thickness in this? Okay? There ain't no way I could just shampoo, condition my hair, and call it a day. Like, no. Like, this hair needs some this hair needs some moisture. After a few days and stuff, it needs to be hydrated. Like, I need something to like lock in that moisture. And now supposedly like putting oils on your scalp and using butters on your hair. First of all, like the butters or whatever, they're technically say clogging, but it doesn't do anything. It's just like coating the hair. It's not really doing anything else for it, which I don't know how it's not. Like, for years, we've been using these products on our hair, and all of a sudden, like, it's bad for our hair. I don't know. It's just always something. I've been natural, or at least in this natural state. No chemicals, or anything like that since 2011. So 2011, because I remember it was my senior year. I think it was my senior year in high school, like before my senior year, because remember that's the last time I got a perm. And I was just like, after this, no more. I wish I had like pictures. I don't really have that much pictures anymore. My mom, she was getting tired of having to do mine and my sister's hair, because my older sister, she had just as much, if not more hair than I had. She was doing a full shift on the hair. Y'all hear that? That's the people on the streets for you. So usually our hair would stay like in braids. It would always be like braided up. Usually just like straight backs, just braided up. Or, my aunt would come, either give us like a perm or, do our hair or something. That way it's more manageable, just easier to work with. But anyways, I was just gonna point, to where I started doing my own hair. I think I started doing my own hair in like middle school or something. I don't remember. But I just remember I started doing my own hair, and it was a mess. Like, I would literally stop the middle of doing my hair sometimes and freaking cry, because I didn't know what the heck to do. I'm like, my mom didn't know what to do. Everyone wore their hair in its natural state. But when I started to, like I said, it was a mess. It really was a mess. And I used to look a mess all the time. I know I used to look a mess all the time, because it's like, how is your hair in a ponytail and you got an afro? Like glue. Right, let's take it back to 2011, right? Around the time where that was my last perm. That was the last time. I don't think I would say it was my last time straightening it. I just straightened it probably like a few more times throughout those years. But chemically processing my hair, that was the last time. And the last time I even think I had got my hair colored. I went to YouTube. I was doing research. I think I may have seen maybe a few chicks who had like some kind of curly hair, and then, you know, go on there and be like, oh wow, like your curls are, like your hair is beautiful. Like when I wash my hair, I have what you would call curls. But again, it wasn't in its true state. And what I mean by that, because it was chemically processed, so yeah, I did have like some textures going on my hair, but a lot of it was damaged. So I really couldn't tell like what my hair texture was like. Didn't know how to really take care of my hair. I took care of my hair what I knew best and what was working for me. And looking back, I was like, man, I really looked a hot mess. But when I learned how to manage my hair, take care of my hair, of course, it started looking, you know, presentable. So yeah, around that time, there wasn't that much representation on YouTube. Taren Guy was one of the original YouTubers that I found, and, you know, kind of helped me kind of understand like my hair. There's like two set of twins. I'll put all the ones who I watched early on stage of my natural hair journey, who kind of helped me, you know, kind of educate, understand. But again, you know, even some of them really didn't even know what they were doing, you know, exactly. They were still like, they were on a journey themselves. So it was like everybody was watching, like everybody be on a journey. I looked to a lot of the YouTubers like that because one, there wasn't that many representation. But again, I started like looking and following other journeys just because then I know there's like different textures. But in my head back then, I'm like, okay, if you have curly hair, like the products you're using on your hair, the routine that you're doing, if I do it on my hair, it should work too, right? That's what we would think, but no. Again, there's a lot of science to our hair, and even somebody whose hair could look just like mine, you know, it could be the same length, it could be the same thickness, the same curl pattern or coil pattern, but that doesn't necessarily mean that what would work for me will work for that person and vice versa. Because now that we know about hair porosity and, you know, actually identifying what your curl pattern is, which now that's a whole debate. Which is nice seeing representation in people who's on a journey and trying to understand their hair just like me. I'd rather have short, healthy hair than long, unhealthy hair. My hair was not in the best state, which is why I ended up cutting it, because I needed a cut. Not a trim, but a cut. It's like, why is my hair, like, it doesn't look like her? Sometimes I'll get really frustrated. I'm like, how come I don't look like her? But, you know, but then again, you know, doing my more research, you know, starting to learn about different curl patterns and, you know, what they need. My hair, it was really dry and stuff, so it needed moisture. It took me some years to understand, like, my hair needs to be drenched wet to be putting products in. Like, I can't just be putting products on dry hair. It's just like when you moisturize yourself, that's why they recommend, like, you, when you get out the shower, not to just like dry yourself off completely, but to have like some of the water to help absorb it in and actually leave you moisturized. Same, you know, with your hair. In order for this to work, like, there's just certain steps that we need to do to make sure we lock in that moisturize. But like I said, I just started doing extra with trying different products. Like, I ended up trying, it was a Paul Mitchell brand. I don't remember exactly what it was, but I remember my mom took me to Ulta. And Ulta, yeah, you know, back then I was like, you know, it's fancy, you know, for bougie people who have money and stuff like that. So, you know, you took me in, you know, pretty coin would spend, but you know, that's what she was willing to do to help out her daughter. And so anyway, so yeah, I got the stuff, and that stuff was making my hair fall out. So I don't know if it was like my hair was bound to be falling out, but I just know when I started using that product, my hair was literally falling out. And I was in class one day, and my friend at the time, she had noticed, like, I kept pulling my, she was like, well, what are you doing? But I don't think anyone else noticed, and I had text her. I was like, my hair's falling out. Like, it was really embarrassing, because like when I was, every time like I kind of grabbed at it, like I had like hair in my hand. I was like, this is not cool. So of course I discontinued. I did not use that no more. I told my mom, like, no. More YouTubers, more naturalistas, they start coming on, and you know, I just started seeing more like my hair and stuff. It was trials and errors. That's what, from 2011 to 2021 now, a whole bunch of trials and errors. And I would say that I really didn't get to know my hair until like 2019. And it wasn't until after like I slowly start cutting off my hair. At that time, we're also doing big chops. And that's when Shameless Maya, I think that was one of the first ones I saw that did like a big chop, and she blew up. But others start kind of doing big chop and stuff because we just associate it with long hair, you know, especially if it's, you know, it's like thick, long. If it's long and thick, it's healthy. If you cut your hair, you're not seen as beautiful no more. You're not as desired anymore. You know, it's really like a mental kind of thing, but that's just how society wants to portray beauty, you know, like long hair, you know, long, thick, lustrous, like you're automatically beautiful. You cut your hair into like a buzz cut, or, you know, shorter than your ears, like you're not, it's like you're seeing, I'm gonna say like you're not as feminine, like you're not as beautiful, and that's not true. You start feeling self-conscious about yourself. And that's why I didn't want to do a big chop. And of course, people tell me like, no, like don't cut your hair. Like you need your hair. You know, it was like my hair was just a part of me. Like it was just like a symbol. I wasn't comfortable. I wasn't ready because I never seen myself with short hair. I had all the damage. When I got all the damage and all the coloring out, that's when I actually started seeing my curl pattern. But I still wasn't to where I was at now. I know that was a lot and I was all over the place. But remember, no petroleum, no perm, okay? So no perm, no straightening, like no heat. All right, so those are like the 3 canceled things because it was damaging the curl patterns, which is why a lot of people, they don't like to put that much heat on it because it will alter the curl pattern and damage your curls. But now you see people who, they're getting some kind of relaxer, or they're starting to straighten their hair or do whatever because they're kind of like over it. And I don't blame them, because it just got to the point where it was like the whole thing of just having a natural look. And that's the thing, like it was becoming a trend. And it's like, no, it's a lifestyle. It's a journey. It's just like accepting, you know, yourself at a true state. Like now you see a lot of beautiful, you know, women of color, all shades, you know, wearing their hair in this state, and it's just so cool to see. I can't wait for the day to where I see women like me accepting their hair and wearing their hair. Like I can't wait for the day to where it is acceptable. And now look, we're, you know, it's 2021 and now it's acceptable, it's idea, it's seen as beautiful, and it took some time, but yeah, like I said, you wear it, it's more acceptable now in the workplaces. Like it's just nice that you can be your full self and be accepted. Now to the no moisture in hair butters, to each his own. Like for me, I'm not going to stop putting moisturizer or oils on my hair because I have so much, and there have been times, even recently, where I just shampooed and conditioned and not much, and that thing was, my hair was brittle, it was dry, like it was not lustrous, like it was a mess. If you want to straighten your hair, straighten your hair. You know, if you want to put oils and butters in your hair, put oils and butters in your hair. Yeah, if you know, want to perm your hair, perm your hair. Well, if you want to do a big chop, do a big chop. If you want a fade, get you a fade. Like it don't matter. In the day, if you're still, you know, taking care of yourself, doing whatever you need, like for your hair, like, then yeah, it's just, you know, the more so like not taking, like misuse caring your hair. I totally said that, like, and I will say, when I stopped trying to put all these different things that people try to say, like, oh, put this in your hair, put that in your hair, when I stopped doing that, that's when my hair was really on a growth rate. Like it was like I was like a chia pet. And I'm like, it's probably a very unpopular opinion, but I don't care. Do what makes you happy. Alright, so that pretty much sums up the video. I hope I didn't lose your interest and just didn't ramble on too much, but If you're still here watching it, thank you so much for watching this video. Make sure you subscribe if you haven't to help me reach 100 subscribers, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.